Okay, hi guys. I'm going to walk you through the assignment for creating a tintype. I have a picture of my dog Dolly out here on the screen, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a picture of that copper with the patina on it, the Miracle Grow we painted that added the weather look to it. So we're going to add that to it. As an overlay, we're going to make this picture of Dolly black and white, and we're going to, using the black and white adjustment layer, I'm going to show you the other ways to make the picture black and white. And I'm going to show you how to combine it all and export it as a single image. So first, let's turn this picture of Dolly into a black and white image. Let's go through the other ways of doing it, and then I'll show you the best way to do it. So one way to do it is to go to Mode from Image and click on Grayscale. Do you want to discard color information? Discard. There you go. Now Dolly is in a black and white image. If you look on our history over here, it went from open to grayscale. So I'm going to do a Control Z and undo that. That way is fine for some situations, but it doesn't really give you any control over it. Another way to do it would be to go to Adjustments and Hue Saturation. All right, saturation is how much color you're putting in the picture. So this is base level here. So let's go all the way to plus. Look at the color is so saturated, it's like bleeding out of every pixel. Okay, so that's what happens if we go 100% plus on saturation. And take a look. This when we start going on the minus level, then you start wondering whether or not the picture is even color or black and white because there's so little color in it. If you take it all the way down to 100% on minus saturation, you've essentially taken all the color out. So that's a different way of making it black and white. I will cancel that out and show you the best way to do it. And there's probably other ways too. I haven't even thought about it too much, but I just wanted to show you different options for it. Image, we're going to, I'm forcing myself to learn how to use adjustment layer. So let's go to Layer, Adjustment Layer, and we'll click black and white. Okay, now what the adjustment layer does, you go to Layers, down over here, it's created this right here, so it's not touching the background, but all the changes you're making to it are going to be on this adjustment layer, and it's not going to affect the underlying image itself. It's going to leave this information untouched so that you can manipulate it over here and always be able to get back your original pixels. So now we're on our adjustment layer, and it turned it black and white, but from here you can adjust the color under these gray. It looks gray, but you're really adjusting the color that hit the sensor, not film, and you're adjusting the spectrum of that color. So I'm trying to adjust it to get the most texture out of my dog's little face up here, all the fur she has all over her face. And this yellow is affecting the background quite a bit. think lowering that gives it a good vignette. All right, now I can tint it. And let's lighten that tint down over there. We're going to put a layer of copper under it. So just a little bit of warmth to that black and white picture. I like that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to keep this layer like that. There's a little bit of blown out pixels around the nose there, but I think for this exercise that's fine. All right, now I'm going to find my copper and drag it on there. I have it set to open in camera raw first. I've already edited this. I'm just going to keep it just like that. So if you see, all I did was find it from clicking the yellow folder down here, clicking, holding, and I dragged it over. Okay, I'm not going to add another one, but so that's what I did. Click, hold, drag it, and drop it on top of that image. All right, it's not covering the whole image. This one's a smaller picture in a different dimension. So I'm going to grab it from a corner and just go straight out without stretching it out. Then I'm going to replace it over here to kind of look and see what pattern I want where. Let's go right there. All right, this is the super easy. There's another tutorial that shows you this. This is a super easy way of making an overlay. So this layer is selected right now. I'm going to click from normal. I'm going to change it to overlay. Bam! So also it just drops it right on. It doesn't give you any settings to change, any adjustments. But if you double click here, once it's placed, you double click in there. No, it's not it. Let's see, we can move it around a bit. Okay, so if I click on the gray area here, this layer style window pops up. Then you can adjust the opacity of the overlay. And there's an advanced blending here. For that. So if you wanted to only blend some parts of the texture, you can do that. This doesn't work really well with all the fur texture. So There's two different things here. That adds other options to it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it just like this. Alright, so I've got the opacity here at about 80%, and I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to do Save As right over here. Right now it's a Photoshop document because there's multiple layers in it. So I'm going to have to save this as a JPEG. It's the first one, and that's all it says is JPEG. So there we go. And I'm going to name it Dolly_tintype. And this file is a working Photoshop file with multiple layers. I'm going to go ahead and save this one too. I'm going to name it Dolly_tintype. I'm going to delete the JPEG part of it because it's going to save as a Photoshop document. Now I can come back to that. Click OK. So now if you look here, I have this is the JPEG, item type JPEG. This one saved in probably that same folder over here. Right here. It's the PSD file. Dolly_tintype, but it's a Photoshop file. So this is the one I'm going to submit in Canvas. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Remember, you have to make two of these, one with the digital pinhole camera and the copper plate. The other one you can choose any overlay you want and put on any photo that you've taken. Thanks for watching.